National parks and monuments remain closed due to the government shutdown, but not for everyone. News 18's Elizabeth Rentschler joins us now with more on who is now allowed to visit the monuments and why. Elizabeth.
Yeah, Gina. Well, with the national monuments and memorials closed, that meant the Honor Flight program also came to a halt for a little bit. And as you can imagine, it didn't take long for Americans to voice their disapproval. And that's when the government decided to reopen the memorials for Honor Flight veterans. And one local veteran says reopening the monuments gives others the chance to experience a trip they'll always remember.
The flight of a lifetime.
It's a trip World War II veteran Ray Miller says he'll never forget. Miller, along with 79 veterans, was a part of the first Lafayette Honor Flight trip to Washington, D.C. back in April of 2012.
The guided tour was so good. We got to see all the essential parts of Washington and all the monuments and all the sites there.
So when Miller heard the Honor Flight program would be stopped due to the government shutdown, he naturally could only feel one way.
Well, I had a feeling of sadness.
And Miller wasn't the only one who felt that way. Peaceful protests were held both in Indianapolis and around the country as veterans rallied to have their voices heard. USA! And those voices were heard.
We did get a directive from the National Honor Flight saying that now the World War II Veteran Memorial and also the Korean War Memorial would be accessible to honor flights only. And so they are to push the barricades aside and go and enjoy their memorial and then replace them as they leave.
Gold Star mother Dana Van says she couldn't be happier with the decision. She says it's a small choice that makes a huge impact on many veterans' lives.
Some of these men have never been to Washington, D.C., and this is their only opportunity to see the memorial that stands in their honor. So it was really important that the honor flights get to continue going and that the veterans get to see their memorial once they're out there.
And for those who made their voices heard and made the reopening of the monuments possible, Miller says thank you.
Thank you, and thank the good Lord for making it possible for going there and for serving our country and for the opportunity to participate in trying to preserve our freedom. Thank you.
Reporting in West Lafayette, Elizabeth Rentschler, News 18. And the next Lafayette Honor Flight is scheduled for this coming May. Dana Van says 87 veterans from our area are going on the trip. She says it's going to be a full flight. Elizabeth Rentschler, News 18.